She wanna fuck, but I told her it's over. I went and hopped right in the Benz. Why you gon' hide me when you wanna love me? I told her we better as friends. If they wanna spite me and come with the rifles, I'm shooting whoever they send. I take a jet to the spot, bitch, I'm flying first class and it's double your rent. I'm chilling with 50, man, they give me 50, I give them 100%. Look, I never started if I will not finish it, guess I'm just loving the ends. They try to bargain, but I'm not a target, look, I'm not on fucking defense. I'ma go make it and I'ma go spend it, look, I don't need someone to lend. I make a lot of the money I'm popping, it's funny, they hate me for real. I'll never be lazy, I need a Mercedes with diamonds all over the grill. I run the numbers, I see that they fumbling, gotta just go for the kill. And if they came with me, they know that I'm paying attention and paying the bill. Man, you a dog, you just be talking that shit, you about to get smacked in the face. I'm way above, I'm in Chicago, this vibe, and there's no way you making a case. Faking the love, gotta be over the drama and talking, just saying the grace. She wanna cut, man, I just get up and run, cause I know the whole love in the chase.
Oh, nobody warned me the episode would start like this. Hold on, pause it. I need to go grab my edibles and turn on Dark Side of the Moon.
Discount Jeremy makes a pop culture ref.
Ah, yes. History of the Galaxy Parts 1, 2, and 3.
1 being the best, of course.
What's more distracting than Ahsoka basically looking into the camera as she said this is that she could theoretically be talking about The Phantom Menace or A New Hope. You, she could totally be talking about The Phantom Menace.
She had been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
She could have ended this. No throne, no war.
Don't worry, Ahsoka. Even if she had ended this, you'd still have more war when the First Order came along a few decades later. When war's 50% of your title, you're pretty much always guaranteed to have it.
Only 3 sins into this video, and he's already padding the sin count and runtime. Yay.
Long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Cliché.
Nope, that's not a cliche.
We had a deal. You promised me I would see Ezra again.
No part of that deal specifies how you'd be transported to Ezra. Gotta be smarter with your bargains, Sabine. If reading Dresden Files has taught me anything, it's that wording in your bargains is extremely important.
That's exactly the point the episode is making here. Why are you agreeing with the show and then counting it as a mistake of the show? Also, Discount Jeremy makes a pop culture.
J.J. Abrams called. He wants his hyperspace effects back. I got confused for a minute trying to remember whether it was Lady Morgan or Chris Pine that was captaining the ship.
Discount Jeremy makes a pop.
Ahsoka was all like, we hear the complaints about all the other Star Wars shows having too much Tatooine and sand, so we're not going to do that, but we will make sure every f***ing planet has a Stonehenge. Enjoy.
Stonehenge is one of the real world's oldest and most famous mysteries that a lot of people have theorized about with regard to the supernatural. In a show where literal witches play a heavy role, it makes sense for there to be some Stonehenge-esque locations. Besides, how does simply pointing this out constitute a sin?
Oh, goody! Star Wars version of Deadites. We've already seen their version of Star Trek space whales, Stargates, and Phantasm Balls in this series. Might as well keep ripping off as many other properties as possible.
This is a blatant misuse of the term ripping off. Just because you can't wrap your head around the difference between each of these elements doesn't mean they aren't different. Jesus, keep up. Also, just add another 3 sins for the pop culture references. We're not even 2 minutes into their video and he's already made so many.
Your visions guided me across the stars.
They did not. You had a Phantasm Ball map and a weird Stargate ship, which we've already covered. Keep up, Elsbeth.
But her visions led her to use all of those things. Keep up, Discount Jeremy.
Where is Thrawn?
You shall wait. He is coming.
Yeah, we've been told that for 5 f***ing episodes. I'm really getting tired of being told to wait. Why don't you f***ing wait for once? See how you like that? Wait, I'm sorry. What was that? That would just add episodes? Huh, never mind.
It reeks of Jedi.
The sisters pick up on the can't even lift a mug with the Force Jedi-adjacent odor of Sabine instead of the literally trained as a Jedi for years and even has a master and apprentice dynamic odor of Baylan and Shin.
Baylan and Shin are both dark side Force users, meaning they wouldn't reek of Jedi. Seriously, dude, pay attention.
It is dangerous.
Seriously, Discount Cinnabites, do you back anything up? Or are you just accusing people randomly? Because I get enough of that reading correspondences in the Sins mailroom.
Unfunny joke aside, why do these literal witches need to back up their claims? They're interpreting what their magic is telling them, just like how traditional Force users interpret the Force. What the hell is this sin?
Stories of this galaxy are considered folk tales.
In a universe of force powers, witches, lightspeed travel, and aliens of all types, I'm curious what the criteria for being a folk tale is.
As you get older, look at history, you realize it's all inevitable.
I fucking love everything about Balin. His relationship with Shin is so respectful and caring. His clear torment from surviving Order 66 is readily apparent in all of his expressions. He really is the Charles Dance of this show. So I'm sending the universe for taking him away so soon.
Discount Jeremy sins something he likes cliche. Look, I know that he made the feeble excuse of sinning the universe for taking him away, but this was a great chance to give him his flowers without forcing a bullshit sin into the video. Not removing a sin for Ray Stevenson deserves at least 100 sins.
Why wasn't Thrawn's ship here and ready when Morgan arrived? Seems like they had plenty of notice between when she popped out of hyperspace and when she landed on this spire. Better yet, if these Night Sisters read the future, shouldn't they have been able to tell Thrawn exactly when they would arrive?
Not necessarily. You're misunderstanding their magic just like you misunderstand pretty much everything about TV shows in general. Just because they can read certain bits and pieces of the future doesn't automatically mean they can read anything about the future they want. I don't know why this is so difficult for you to understand. Also, your question about why Thrawn's ship wasn't already here is pointless nitpicking. Simply asking a question doesn't necessitate a sin. The reason for Thrawn's delay doesn't matter to the story being told, so we aren't given that piece of unnecessary exposition.
I understand it is you I have to thank for my escape from exile.
I mean, not really. All she really did was refuse to destroy the orb Shin had already retrieved from Morgan and Balin. I wouldn't call that helping as much as refusing to hinder.
Which ultimately helped their cause? What are you even trying to say?
If you survived, I'm sure he's doing just fine.
You've gambled the fate of your galaxy on that belief.
And it is super f***ed up that Sabine did this. And maybe I'll be wrong and she'll have to pay dearly for the storm she's brought down on everyone, but there wasn't a way to make all of these things happen without us having to hate the out of Sabine.
Why do you constantly sin movies and shows for having characters make realistic mistakes? Do you seriously think that nobody in real life has ever made a mistake? These sins are genuinely some of the dumbest these channels make, and they keep regurgitating this garbage over and over again. Besides, simply making a mistake shouldn't make you hate a character. Sure, she made a very large mistake, but we understand her reason for making it, and she does everything in her power to rectify it. She's not automatically a bad person for making that one mistake.
Bat dog.
Discount Jeremy tries to sing in a video cliche. Also, Discount Jeremy makes a
where the f was this Sabine during the earlier fight with Shin? I feel like Shin would have lost both duels if this Sabine fought them.
Nope, Sabine still would have lost. You're not taking Shin's skills into account here.
Our primary objective is to escape this galaxy.
I didn't come into Ahsoka thinking Thrawn's intentions will be very similar to Kang's and Ant-Man Quantumania, but here we are.
Discount Jeremy makes
You abandoned me!
So Sabine asked for a ride and not a bodyguard, so her irritation to Toda for not fighting with her seems a little unfair and therefore sinful.
So characters aren't allowed to have believable emotions anymore? Okay, cool.
You got something?
Going from f you for being a coward to I trust you completely and will follow your every lead is a choice.
She's trusting an animal's instincts, which ends up working. Somewhat indirectly, granted, but still. I mean, are you forgetting that people use tracking dogs in the real world?
Hey Frank, I think I got an idea for a new...
Skip.
Comes from a breed of Boken Jedi trained in the wild after the temple fell.
The heck is a Boken Jedi? Turns out there are more flavors of Jedi than there are types of apples, but Show doesn't realize that, much like apples, I'm only interested in the red and green ones.
And that's only your personal opinion, not an objective sin of the episode. And as we all know, based on your track record, your opinion means jack shit.
Star Wars creates adorable alien baby cliche.
That's not a cliche.
Knew I could count on you.
Were you counting on her to find you? Because my understanding is that the conclusion of Rebels made it seem like you were counting on her to protect Lothal in your absence.
Okay, do you think it's impossible for someone to establish a system of protection and then go look for someone after? Jesus, dude, use your brain.
The thread of fate has spoken to us. Another comes. A Jedi.
Well, your threat of fate is some bullshit. Because Ahsoka isn't a Jedi anymore, just like Balon isn't a Jedi anymore.
Ahsoka was trained as a Jedi and only uses the light side of the Force, which most closely aligns her with the Jedi. That's the difference between Ahsoka and Balin, the side of the Force that each one respectively uses. It's not that complicated.
I want to know her background, history, homeworld, her master, everything.
You already know her master. You met Anakin during the Clone Wars, bro. Did you forget that?
So meeting someone automatically means you magically know who their apprentice is? What are you smoking?
Authority is not given to you to deny the return of the king, steward.